Mustafa Barghouti doesn't use weapons to challenge the Israeli occupation. All he needs is a hammer and nail. For decades, Israelis and Palestinians have been fighting over this land. Barghouti and his followers are building. In the occupied West Bank, they create a new Palestinian village.
This is another step forward in the growth of popular nonviolent resistance, which we believe is the most important form of struggle for Palestinians to get free.
Barghouti is a 58-year-old doctor, and for decades, he's been an activist.
I've been studying what Martin Luther King did, what Gandhi did, what Mandela did.
The Ein Hejleh village is part of a campaign he's named for a biblical phrase, salt of the earth.
The village was dead for 47 years. So by bringing people back, we're bringing salt back to the land, and we're bringing it to life again.
It may not be much to look at, but Barghouti is planting the Palestinian flag on land Israel is threatening to annex. As part of a U.S.-sponsored peace deal, the Israeli government insists on a permanent presence here in the Jordan Valley to defend against what it says are threats from the east. The Palestinians say they can't have a state without the valley.
The Jordan Valley is the food basket of the Palestinian future state. The Jordan Valley has the borders. Without the Jordan Valley, we can have no free import or export or free economy.
The Ein Hejleh activists slept in tents. They ate cold breakfasts. They played cat and mouse with the Israeli soldiers.
These Palestinian villagers keep on trying to turn on the water, and every time they do, the Israeli soldiers turn it off. They are determined to keep this a non-violent protest. But it doesn't mean that the situation here isn't tense. Right up there on the hill, armed Israeli soldiers.
Just a few hours later, about 1 a.m., those soldiers moved in. They rounded up hundreds of activists. The protesters refused to be intimidated. Nearby, in one of his organization's ambulances, Barghouti patched up a young victim. Soldiers drove Barghouti's campaign out of Ein Hejleh, but other activists quickly picked up where he left off. They declared the village of Jazeera. We will sleep here in the open with no fear, he says. It's proof we are the rightful owners of the land. For a few hours, Israeli soldiers left them alone. But as soon as the Palestinians opened a tent, the soldiers shut them down. Calmly, soldiers arrested the activists. The activists didn't resist. The Israeli military says in both cases, the protesters are defying military orders and are subject to arrest. But Barghouti will not stop. Every time he's evicted, he says he'll start a new village.
It's a new language that is rising and trying to tell these people that we are also human beings and we are entitled to life.
So his nonviolent struggle will continue, and the Israeli army will continue to crack down. Schifrin, Al Jazeera, in the occupied West Bank.